In this adventure, we're heading out to Cottonwood, Arizona, just south of Sedona and right in the heart of Arizona's beautiful Verde Valley wine country. We spend the weekend exploring historic downtown Cottonwood, checking out local shops, grabbing some amazing food, and listening to live music. And of course, you already know we're sampling plenty of wine along the way. To wrap up the long weekend, we head over to Dead Horse Ranch State Park, just outside of town to camp for the night. We fire up some good food, unwind under the desert sky, and get a little spooked by the local wildlife.
Wow.
Kind of had a skunk invasion last night.
Definitely going to help save some propane, some gas when you're cooking. Oh man, this is like camping rule number 101. Time to pop this pie into the oven.
There was some drama going around our campsite last night.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Today we are out camping at Dead Horse State Park right outside of Cottonwood, Arizona. So over the last 2 nights, we've actually been hanging out in Cottonwood, Arizona for the Halloween weekend. We got a little bougie over this weekend and ended up renting out a room over at the Tavern Hotel, smack in the middle of downtown Cottonwood, and it was just such a nice hotel. You had a pool, you had a gym, you had the proximity to town. So highly recommend if you guys are not super into camping, but you guys want to stay within Cottonwood and it's just walking distance along the main street. The Tavern Hotel is a great option. It is a little bit pricier, so I think we paid about $260 a night. So we are ending off the weekend with a night out here in Dead Horse State Park, which we have never been to the state park before, but it is gorgeous. There are, I think, at least 3 different campgrounds in the vicinity. We are currently at the Black Hawk Loop campground, and this campground is tents only, so no generators, no RVs. So we are at site 119. Our campsite has a little pergola here. We got a picnic table. There's 2 parking spots. So we got our friends Dottie and Angela. Say what up, y'all.
What up, y'all?
Dottie's getting set up over there. But from our campsite, there's actually a couple hiking trails around the area. We did a little bit of a hike this morning right outside of Cottonwood's main street called the Jail Trail, which brings you to the Verde Valley River, which was really cool to see. All of the leaves were turning fall time seasonal colors. So it was just gorgeous out there this morning. And it was a pretty easy hike, not a lot of elevation gain or anything. So very calm, peaceful, and just a great way to start your morning. Highly recommend if you guys are looking for like an easy little trail to kickstart your day out in Cottonwood. So let's get camp all set up. Get us a little bit more shade up in here. And that's it. Camp's ready. Just kidding. We got a couple things here. I'm actually testing out a couple new things this weekend as well. We ended up upgrading our camping chair just to, give us something a little bit more comfortable. So we got a bigger chair, but it's a dual chair, so me and Carly can get nice and cozy together. So Cottonwood, Arizona, the town here, was just so wholesome over the weekend for Halloween. So the whole town pretty much came out and was trick-or-treating last night, and all the businesses shut down a little bit early, and everyone just came out. Very family-friendly function, and just everyone out in their costumes, having a good time. So really, really fun spot to go hang out and celebrate Halloween on a Friday night. This is our second time out here, and our friends have not been out here before, so we wanted to go show them around.
In case you guys didn't know, we live a pretty healthy lifestyle when we aren't traveling or camping around the Southwest. We work out daily, we meal prep, we eat healthy the majority of the time. It's called balance. So I like to call us true weekend warriors. We like to have a good time, we like to eat good food whenever we're out and about traveling. So to keep us on track during our adventures, we like to take Dose, which is the sponsor of today's video. So what is Dose? Dose for Your Liver is a clinically backed liquid supplement formulated with powerful herbal ingredients that support liver function, consisting of turmeric, milk thistle, and dandelion. I've been using Dose daily now for the last few weeks, and it's been a great addition to our supplement stack and daily routine, aiding in digestion, supporting our energy levels, while also reducing fatigue and sluggishness. We also love how easy it is to take with just a convenient 2-ounce daily shot, and it tastes like orange juice, so it's perfect on the go with how often we travel and camp. We've now been on the road for 3 days, and Dose has been with us every step of the way. So if you guys are interested in trying Dose, check out the link below. All right, the liver's happy. Let's get food on the table.
From the knot class?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Oh no, from the toast.
A little jacket for the oven. Guy wires. I said guide wires once, and people roasted me in the comments. All right, guys, got camp all set up. Let me show you guys around. So this is a trailer generator, only tent camping is allowed in this particular loop. So you do have a little pergola here that you can put your tent underneath. We got a little table, got a little campfire. We ended up setting up our bathroom tent just because the bathroom is a little bit of a walk that way. Not too far, but another option for everyone to utilize. Got the camp kitchen up. We are utilizing the stove today. We're making some chicken pot pie, so stay tuned. But we are utilizing the stove today, and if you guys saw my previous video, I was talking about buying another rack and pizza stone so that we can help regulate the heat on there. A couple of you guys have commented and said that I should go and check out the little jacket thing to help regulate the heat for the oven. So I did just buy that. So we're going to be testing this out today. This stuff is made out of a fireproof material, and it's pretty thick. I would compare it to some kind of car fabric is what I can think of comparing it to, but very thick, nice quality. So hopefully this helps regulate the heat within the stove. But we're going to get pot pie going here shortly. Got a little fire pit. We are in a stage 2 burn ban right now, so we aren't able to do any wood fires. Dottie brought her projector. We're going to watch a movie later on the projector screen. Got this really fancy looking fan. This is Dottie and Angela's. It's moving at the base, and it compacts really small, but brings out a lot of good air. It's about 70 degrees right now, so we are keeping cool in the shade. Got this tiny little table, camp box. We got the rucks over here, and another battery pack to run the projector. I got the fridge. We're currently using the Blue Eddy AC73 for it right now because I got the Jackery over here charging, getting some solar, because the fridge has actually been running off of this Jackery for the last 2 nights. So it's about 50%, so we're trying to get some juice onto it. This is Dottie and Angela's setup on their Kia Sorento. Got the Hasika tent with the little flare out so that they can sleep inside the SUV with a little bit of airflow going through for the tent. Got a little lamp here, tarp, little table, all the snacks, and got a cooler here. This is their brand new Igloo cooler, about 60 bucks. Got our chicken pot pie stuff in there. And then they got their little camp kitchen over here. But love this setup just because you can, just get really good airflow whenever you're sleeping, and you can close this up, and you can also extend it out and make it a rain fly with the tent material. So really cool option. But campsite is pretty big. We're at the end of the loop here. Decently private, not too bad though. So we're kind of stacked. So each spot, I believe, has access for 2 vehicles, and our views out here are gorgeous. Sun's about to set here shortly. Me and Carly also got a brand new chair. It's a little double chair, nicely padded. Got some cup holders on the side, and I think there's some storage in the back. Oh, never mind. This is not the one that has storage in the back. But nice padding on the back half of the chair. How's it feel, babe? Comfortable?
I'm really utilizing the space. I think it's really nice.
Thank you for that review.
Ask Angela how she likes her chair.
Angela, how do you like your chair?
I'm really utilizing this space.
They bought some brand new camp chairs. Got a little cooler in here. Little bag on the side.
Snacks in here.
Okay, yeah, I got a little bag on the side as well. Very nice, very nice. But we're gonna power up the projector here in a little bit when it gets a little bit darker out here. I gotta get the fire pit set up still, but so that is camp. Pretty simple setup since we are only out here for the night. We spent the day just kind of hanging out in Cottonwood downtown, check out a couple more breweries, hung out in the shops, just had a relaxing afternoon. All right, guys, we're gonna get this pot pie filling started. So we're doing a pretty simple pot pie filling here. We've got some cream of chicken, which is really what's going to get all of our filling all together. Got some frozen mixed veggies. We got some flaky croissants for the top. And then we got a pie crust for the bottom of the pie. I'm going to line it up using one of these. And then we got some shredded chicken that's already seasoned. Pretty sure this will not, we definitely will not be using the entirety of this. Alright, got our pie crust, and we're going to be using this for the top because we do like pie crust at the top and the bottom of our chicken pot pie. Let's get our filling going here. I'm going to shred this chicken just a little bit more. Got some pretty big pieces. So I'm just going to shred up this entire pound of chicken. I know we're not going to use the entirety of the mixture, but that's all right. I'm going to do one whole bag of veggies. And then 1 can of cream of chicken. Hey babe, can you grab me the can opener? And then I'm just going to put a little bit of this chicken broth just to thin out the sauce. I'm going to throw a little bit of sauce in here. Probably like a half can of sauce. Alright, we're going to heat this up a little bit. Throw a little bit of garlic powder in there, some onion powder, pepper. Oh yeah, that filling tastes so good. And this should be enough just for a single pie. We're going to layer up our flakes, and we're also going to get the oven warmed up while we're doing that. Wow. we're just gonna crimp this inward. All right, we're gonna do a little quick egg wash with just a scrambled egg and a little bit of heavy whipping cream. And we're gonna brush that on top. Just kind of brushing the egg wash. Because I don't really have a brush or anything in our camp box for this type of thing. I'm just gonna use my glove here, kind of brush this all over. All right, that should be good. Time to get this pie into the oven here. And we're probably gonna cook this for, if I had to guess, like 45 minutes to maybe 30 minutes actually. We'll come and check it again, but we're currently at about 300 degrees. I think the pie crust needs at least to be at like, let's see here, baked show, heat oven to 450, yeah, so this thing needs to pretty much get up there. Pump this up all the way. And to help regulate the heat, we're gonna throw the little jacket on it. So hopefully that helps regulate the heat, but we're gonna check back in about 20 minutes. All right guys, so I ended up having to put some tinfoil on the pie because the top of it was just getting too brown for my liking, and we wanna make sure everything's cooked through. With the little blanket on the oven, we've been sitting right at like 425, so that's really, really good. I know some of you guys have mentioned that like this little indicator isn't the most accurate, but I don't have anything else to kind of gauge it on, so this is just gonna have to do. So I have this at the lowest setting now. So this little felt thing is definitely going to help save some propane, some gas when you're cooking. Yeah, not bad. Got this all the way put down and it's still sitting at about 400, so we got 15 minutes to go. All right. Happy Halloween, guys. Cheers. Cheers, cheers. Halloween was yesterday, but it's fine.
Happy Thanksgiving.
A little bit more burnt than what I was looking for, but chicken pot pie is ready. Look at that though. Perfectly cooked. That is great. Alright guys, doing a quick little taste test before my battery dies here. I'm literally at like 1 minute. Chicken pot pie. Easy chicken pot pie. Like easily you can make this at camp.
I'm sorry. I'll be quiet. I'm so sorry.
That is delicious. Holy crap. Super good. Like the butteriness of the crust and just, yeah. Everything you want in a chicken pot pie.
Like he's struggling. Yeah.
All right, guys, how'd you guys like the pot pie?
Terrible.
All right, the
More
top,
salt.
the top, the top definitely needed less of a char,
It's
but
actually really good.
I really think the little oven mitt made a big difference. Otherwise, it's a really easy, pot pie recipe. Super good.
Oh, the helicopter that just flew over us was a Guardian air helicopter.
What's the movie we're watching again?
Talk to me.
Talk to me. Talk to me is what we're watching tonight, guys.
Let me talk.
But the projector's actually working pretty well. When we tried playing a movie last Halloween, we ran into like some copyright issues with the way my projector would let me, project things. But we connected Dottie's laptop directly to this projector and it's working fine. So we'll have to keep that in mind for the future. This is Netflix, right?
Yep.
Yeah. but a perfect night, guys. It is literally like barely 8 o'clock, but it is 66 degrees out, so it is perfect weather right now. Making some hot chocolate for Carly. Oh man, this is like camping rule number 101. All right, guys, so I left a pot with some of the mix in there, and skunk is over there. I'm not trying to anger it. No, we need to. There we go. There we go. It's gone. It's gone. All right, I need to get this water out of here.
It started tooting. Oh, his tail's up.
Oh, his tail's up.
Nope. No, he's just eating. But nobody ate over there. So.
It's just smelling food.
Get.
Don't get too close.
Get out of here.
Oh, it's coming our direction.
Hamilton. I'm a white woman.
So we kind of had a skunk invasion last night. A pair of skunks, or multiple skunks, kept coming into our camp, and we had to keep shooing them away. I was rinsing off the pan that I was using for chicken pot pie fillings last night, and I left it by the little water spigot behind our camp, and I was letting it soak, and I totally forgot about it out there, and I look over, and the skunk is literally drinking chicken water out of it. Like, his butt was like up in like a defensive position, because he was kind of like, you know, in a compromised position, so he was trying to make sure he's protecting himself when he was drinking the chicken stock water. It wasn't even chicken stock, it's really just dirty dishwasher water. You know, but he kept coming back to that, so I had to get it out of there, shoot him away, get it out of there, just get everything packed up into the truck, all the dirty dishes, and we made sure not to leave any food or anything like that out here as well, because they didn't seem very scared of people. Like, we would kind of shoo them away and they would run a little bit, but for the most part they were kind of moseying along. But yeah, skunks. We've never run into that, like, with skunks, you know, coming up into our camp. So yeah, a skunk invasion. There was some drama going around our campsite last night. There was so we're in a loop that is technically like tents only, and there was an RV that was trying to park out here, and the park, like the state park staff was out trying to tell them like, hey, sorry, like, you know, it's only tents allowed. But the RV guy was like, it was like a van, like a, you know, $100,000 Sprinter van type of thing, a legit one, not like a self-converted one. They were literally parked in front of our campsite and were just like screaming at the state park people because they just wanted a place to sleep, and they had already paid for it and booked it online. But the guy was like, look, like, you are in a no tent zone. There's 3 campgrounds in the state park. The state park's pretty large. So we're in Black Hawk right now. There's 2 others, or 3 others, I think. And those are all RV allowed, full water, hookup, electric, all that. So they reserve the smaller loop. This is the smallest campsite loop. They only allow tents, and it literally says it on like the description of the campsite whenever you book it. So that's kind of like the benefit of our setup, because we've been able to kind of stealthily blend in with potentially like as a truck camper. But last night we were fine as like a tent, you know, but the guy kept, you know, pointing at our rigs saying like, why can't we sleep in our car when they're sleeping in their car? And the camp host was pretty much like, they're in an SUV and a truck. Like, you are literally in a van. It's unfortunate because it was already late, you know, and so I can understand the frustration, but, you know, at the same time, like, the park staff was just doing their job and enforcing the rules, because if they let one person in, it could get out of hand, you know, like a lot more vans and stuff. Because we've been like shied away from certain places to camp because they only allow self-contained, you know, recreational vehicles, like proper ones, right? And so this loop, they're just really saying like only tents. But, you know, I get it. I get how the guy was frustrated, and, you know, park staff was just doing their job. But yeah, just the little bit of drama last night. But man, look at these views out here. We can actually like see Jerome in the distance. Super cool over there. But we're just gonna relax and have some coffee. Dottie's making breakfast this morning, so stay tuned. All right, guys, so facilities here, decent, not too bad, clean, stocked. They have bathrooms and showers, so both good options to have, especially if you are hiking out around here. Get a nice shower when you're all finished up. Each of the campsites are relatively spaced out. You get your own little pergola parking spot. Every spot has two double spots, which is nice. But yeah, overall, not too bad. I think we definitely come back again if you guys are looking for a easy access camping area near Cottonwood. And there are a lot of trails in the area. So just from our campsite, I think there's a couple trails that just come off right from the campground, which is really convenient, very nice. And bathrooms are over here. Our site is just around this corner. So there is a little bit of a walk. That's why we ended up bringing the alternate bathroom tent setup. Just getting this warmed up a little bit. Dottie already pre-made the breakfast burritos, so super convenient. Get those started here. Ooh, Dottie also made some biscuits and some gravy, and we're gonna throw the gravy into a little pan. We'll get this warmed up. This is just what happens to the camp kitchen when it's used. That's what's cool about this oven too, is that you can still utilize the other side of the stove with like a smaller pan, so we can get this gravy warmed up at the same time as the burritos. I was a little bit worried about a little cover, because I did kind of expose it to a flame and it looked like it lit for a little bit, but then it went out all the way. So it totally is non-flammable, so that's good. And I can still cook with it right next to the pot like that. All right, guys, it's been about 10 minutes. Burritos are cooking. Give them a little flip here. Man, with this like little cover, the oven is definitely getting way hot. We got the gravy going here, looking good. We're eating here soon. Yeah. Burritos are done. Let's get these biscuits up in there. I know. Huh? Oh yeah. The ground is like moving right now. We also grabbed some salsa and some sour cream for the burritos. Oh yeah, that is hot. Hot. So yesterday we did the jail trail out of Cottonwood off the main street, and that was a really, really cool hike. So if you guys are ever in Cottonwood Main Street, definitely go check that out because it leads you right to the river. And it was gorgeous yesterday. Just nice fall, autumn colors.
Can't roll a burrito to save my life.
Really?
We had a friend that worked at Taco Bell, and she taught us the proper form of burrito rolling.
I thought I had it.
We got the gravy, y'all.
Oh yeah, there's gravy.
Heated up, warmed. Oh yeah. I love that you used actual sausage.
As opposed to?
I don't know, not of any sausage.
It's fake news. I've never made
Gravy without.
gravy in my life.
I don't know, you get that sometimes at like restaurants though, where it's like there's nothing.
You're like, why?
Like why?
Yeah, I was gonna put it in the burritos, but I was like, maybe I'll just leave that for people.
Oh yeah. I love an easy breakfast in the morning.
Same.
I'm glad you pre-made all this.
I'm like heat and go.
That's like the one thing, like I'll make like nice food for like dinner or like, you know, make it from somewhat scratch, but in the morning I'm just like, I just want to warm something up and walk away.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Oh yeah.
I thought maybe like a quiche.
Mm-hmm. Got some salsa, sour cream, and some gravy for this burrito. And this is glorious.
You hungry?
Let's see how these guys are looking. Oh my gosh, they're fluffing back up. This oven is crazy, guys. Like, what? All right, another 2 minutes. But look at that. They're fluffing up. How awesome. All right, we'll check back on those in a couple minutes. All right, biscuits. Ready or not, here we come.
My little table that's just fine. Think you should get one?
Look at that. All right, guys. Biscuits for the biscuits and gravy. Yep. Out. I never think to make biscuits and gravy for camp, but this looks amazing.
I know y'all like biscuits and gravy, so I was like, I'll give it a go. The gravy's good.
Oh yeah, this gravy is great.
Alright. I guess I don't really know what it's supposed to taste like.
Oh yeah. The oven perfectly like just rehydrated the biscuits.
Good.
It's
I
like
was worried.
nice and hot inside. Look at those layers.
Flaky crust.
No, this oven is top notch. Now that I got the little blanket for it,
Just needed a little.
it just needed some.
Needed a little blankie.
It did. It needed something to help like regulate the heat because the blanket was like $30. That oven now too. I think when you guys got me that for my birthday last year, it was only like $50. These days it's like $80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inflation.
Right.
Don't make it an excuse. Oh, it says shake me. Whoops. I was eating chicken earlier.
Well, somebody commented on the video and was like, "You did wake me up." I was like, "Shit, I don't know what's
All right, guys. Well, that concludes the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Just a quick overnighter with an option of a nice place to camp near Cottonwood, Arizona. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks. So we stayed at spot 118, but definitely check out like the outer loops of this campground because there's some really big spots out here, which is really cool. So you get a little bit more privacy.